A nonprofit is helping recovering addicts in the Detroit area maintain their sobriety by transporting them to support groups and recovery meetings. It's called Passenger Recovery. Joining us this morning is the founder of Passenger, Christopher Tate, who you may recognize from the band Electric Six. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for coming in here. This is such an important topic. Tell us a little about how this all came to be.
Well, Passenger was formed at the end of 2015 for folks traveling in sobriety. Being sober myself for a few years on tour, I realized that there was something really missing as far as people getting direction, going from town to town, and trying to find meetings and support systems in unfamiliar areas. So in Detroit, we give people rides to meetings, and we have a sober green room that's kind of like a place to decompress that's outside of the bar atmosphere.
And tell us a little about your story and how you came to this point.
Well, I've been on tour for about 15 years with Electric Six, and 7 of them sober now. And when I first started, it was just, I realized how difficult it was with the variables that change every day as a touring musician. Usually you have a couple hours between sound check and dinner and showtime, and you have to try and figure out in places you're unfamiliar with where you're going to find time to get to a meeting or find some support or call somebody. So we just tried to make it as easy as possible in Detroit.
And so what has the response been? I'm sure it's been so meaningful for you and for the people who are able to use it.
Yeah, it's been really good. We're actually, a lot of these types of organizations are popping up across the country. We're working with an organization in Minneapolis called Dissonance that does the same thing, creating a network so that we can send people from one to the next so that they're not kind of going blind from town to town, so they have a support system, hopefully through the Midwest.
And so you are expanding the nonprofit too? Tell us what you're doing.
Yeah, so we have a meeting finder that is covering Southeast Michigan now, and we're hoping to expand it into a free app that will be a national app. That's the most efficient way we could put the information together for people who are in unfamiliar metropolitan areas to find AA and NA meetings, NAMI, which is a mental health organization, and Refuge Recovery. So that people can just look on the map and see what's around them at any given time, and the app will send them to Google Maps, which will give them directions, but it'll also give them detailed information of the meetings that are around them in any metropolitan area.
And the app is called?
It's called the Compass.
The Compass.
Yep, and we're running a campaign until August 25th, and the way we're trying to raise funding for it, there are 3 different ways that people can give. They can either give a tax-deductible donation, they can email us at passengerrecovery@gmail.com and help us populate the map, or they can buy one of our bundles from artists and musicians who have stepped forward to contribute things for us.
This is great. And tell us what you brought here.
Okay, so this is a signed drum head from Austin band The Sword. Lowell Tolhurst, which was one of the founding members of The Cure, who did our first event, he came and talked to us about his sobriety, donated a signed book with a t-shirt and some badges. These are signed books and DVDs from Patti Smith, including her New York Times bestseller, Just Kids, which is underneath there somewhere.
Wonderful.
This is from Third Man Records. This is part of their Third Man hardware series. So this is a Septivox analog keyboard, and this is a Critter & Guitari mini guitar amp.
Wow, that's really cool.
This is a bundle from the Flint Institute of Arts that includes books from their gift shop and 2 annual memberships, and they just had a grand reopening with a brand new glass blowing facility, so they give free demonstrations on the weekends. It's pretty great.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And the posters on the end are from Detroit via Chicago graphic designer Tom DJ. He used to do all the rock posters for the Lager House in the early 2000s, so anyone giving on a $40 level will get prints of 3 of his early posters.
I love this. There are so many ways to get involved and to help out and really make a difference in the community.
Yeah, we hope people will take a look. The web address is patronicity.com, /compass.
Okay.
And yeah, have a look and please figure out if it works for you to help us out.
Christopher, thank you so much for coming in and for all that you're doing. We'll make sure that we have a link on our website, WXYZ.com.